here with us today for a meditation a day. Stephen has brought some of his good friends, Constantine, Holly, and Kim. They're here from Raising Our Vibration Core Group. And I'm so pleased and honored to have you here. So thank you for being here. Stephen, you have provided so many meditations for us here at Enlightened World. You know the ropes, and I'm just going to let you take the floor.
Thank you very much, Ruth. Truly, thank you. And a special prayer goes out to you, Ruth, and your mum, and all those who have suffered through this last year. And as we come into this festival of lights and time of Christmas and celebration, our heart really goes out to the entire planet, and wishing you that your loved ones are cherished wherever they are, and that each and every one of us has that heart of beauty and that divine light that we hold you all in. So we're truly one family in this, and my heart goes out to the human family here and our oneness and as we gather. So the meditation that I'm going to do with you today is really not my meditation at all. It's Divine Mother's, and it's with the guidance of Divine Mother and the archangels that you're going to receive it. So I am merely just a humble messenger. So we're going to do an ancient practice of the Christ consciousness in Mary Magdalene. It is very powerful. So if at any time you find that your bodies are overwhelmed by the energies, then please just relax and let go and do as your heart guides you. So the practice is, we're going to use a taurus breathing technique. And as you breathe, so first of all, we're going to gather the inner fires in the central channel, the sushumna. We're slowly going to draw these fires up. So the fire of the Holy Spirit will actually birth in your divine womb or in your belly. And as it births, it's going to, the energies are going to be brought into the central channel, gradually brought up. And as they birth through your crown, you're going to use the Magdalene energies, and you're going to arc those in a torus arc out to your left. So I'll guide you, and using the Magdalene consciousness of grace, so the grace of the divine feminine. And when I ask you to do the Christ consciousness breath, which is out to your right, that is the power of the wisdom of the divine masculine. And then in union, they'll be brought up the central spine. And you'll also connect in with the archangelic energies, which will be in a torus effect out to front and back. So your awareness will actually be simultaneously in multiple directions. So as you do that, as I say, it's quite a profound and very deep meditation. So I'm going to guide you straight in there. So let's, with deep gratitude to all the masters, ascended masters, all the guides, your spiritual mentors that are gathered here, we're going to gently close our eyes together. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor, that you're seated in a way that's conducive to really the sacred presence that we all have gathered here, because we're bringing lineages and spiritual guides and mentors of vast dimensions and from many, many places. So we center ourselves simply on that seat, being aware of our feet on the floor, our hands in our lap, the spine loosely straight so that you feel relaxed, and that there's a central string feeling like it's pulling your head up towards the ceiling. And as we start to tune in like this, we become aware of presence, really deep presence, effortless, open, and pure presence as we sit and we gather and we share. Because really this is about the shared heart. So to begin with, be aware of your belly, be aware of the womb of creation that the belly symbolizes, that energy, that lower dantian symbolizes, and be aware of a holy fire, a fire that gathers deep down in the perineum area. It's the fire of the Holy Spirit, the fire of light, the fire of purity, the fire of grace. And we just simply breathe there to begin with. So we're adjusting, we're acclimatizing, we're attuning ourselves to the energies of presence and divinity and grace. And as you breathe, we just simply become very deeply aware of grace and presence and light and beauty. As you breathe, that fire blazes. You draw in the energy and out the energy, simply being aware of the Holy Spirit, being aware of the grace of the Holy Spirit that's always with you, that you're never separate from, that's indivisible, that's infinite and limitless. So as you breathe this holy fire, begin to breathe this holy fire upwards. And you're going to imagine that the holy fire is like a light, a single point of light down, right down the perineum. And as you breathe with me, take a breath in, you're going to draw that light, that fire. It's like a single candle light, or like a single point of light, or a single star, whatever, and however the Holy Spirit represents itself to you. You're going to breathe that fire or that light or that flame up to your navel. So you're breathing in with me, up to the navel and out. It's like you can feel an electrical current starting to build. A second time, breathe up to the navel. Breathe the Holy Spirit in and breathe the Holy Spirit out. It's just this beautiful grace that you feel blessed with. It's like a blessing. Third time in. And out. So it's like there's a fire building in your central channel in the spine and the inner astral spine. Fourth time. So easeful. So this should be effortless. You're simply calling upon the powers of the Holy Spirit to bless you, to liberate you, to fill you with healing and love. Sixth breath. And a seventh breath. Good. Now you're going to draw the energies up to the heart. You're going to draw them up to the heart of Mary Magdalene, the Magdalene consciousness that's in your heart. If you breathe in, you unite the Holy Spirit with Magdalene consciousness in your heart, and you breathe out. Descends down to the base of the spine. So you're just building this fire, building the fire of the Holy Spirit as you breathe in. Light the fire, light the Magdalene consciousness in your heart, and breathe out. It's very useful, very effortless, very clear, very empty of any content, no identity, no idea, no past, no future. Just simply the Holy Spirit birthing in your central channel, linking with the breath as you breathe in, and join in union with the Magdalene consciousness in your heart. Fifth time. So easeful. It's like there's a current running quite naturally through your entire being as you breathe this presence of the Holy Spirit up and into your heart to join the Magdalene consciousness. It's as if she's sitting there. Mary Magdalene, this purity, this divine presence is sitting there in the center of your heart. And the seventh time. Good. Now you draw this union of the Holy Spirit and the Magdalene consciousness up to your throat. Breathe in, draw the blessing all the way up to your throat. You can feel the energy starting to build. It's like the fire is being stoked. The second time, it's like there's a current. You can feel this current of the Holy Spirit, blessed with Mary Magdalene's consciousness, touching your throat and then descending down to the base of the spine. And then a third time. Down. Fourth time. Holy Spirit, so you feel this blessing. You feel it bless your inner spine all the way up to the throat. All the way down to the back of the base of the spine. Fifth time. This beautiful blessing, this grace. It's like you're riding on grace. Sixth time. This time, pierce the chakras with that blessing. Go straight through the center of the chakras up to the throat, straight through the heart, liberated by Magdalene consciousness, and then down the back of the chakras, as if you're brushing the back of the chakras with this light and this energy and this consciousness. And the seventh time. and down to the base of the spine. And you draw the energy straight up to the third eye. So you're going to go arc through the brain. So you draw the energy up with the inward breath, so arcs through the brain straight to the point between the eyebrows where you pause, and then descend all the way back down to the base of the spine. Filled with grace, filled with the grace of the Holy Spirit, the divine power of Mary Magdalene, drawing up the spine, up to touch the third eye, all the way back down to the base of the spine. And a third time, drawing up. It's very deep and still now. There's a stillness and effortlessness, silence and a spaciousness in this awareness. So easeful. You're simply open to what is, open to the presence of the Holy Spirit and your consciousness. So easy. You're drawing it all the way up to the third eye, all the way down to the base of the spine. Fifth time, you can feel that energy starting to melt. It's like there is a holy fire right in that central channel. It's literally opening, opening, and then descending, descending. It's like ascension and descension. Sixth time, you ascend up to that point between the eyebrows. It's like you've got angelic consciousness to ascend at will, liberated by the Holy Spirit and by Mary Magdalene's consciousness, down to the base of the spine. And then the seventh time. It's a really magnificent feeling. It's really so beautiful. Now you're going to draw the energy straight up the spine to the crown, drawing straight up to unite with the Christ consciousness above the crown. So the Magdalene consciousness in your heart, united with the Holy Spirit, pierces the chakras and emerges from the crown to touch in union with the Christ consciousness above your crown. You feel this liberated light and down to the base of the spine. Second breath. Draw the energy straight up the spine, through the heart of Magdalene consciousness, riding on the Holy Spirit, in union with the Christ above the crown, where you pause, and then it descends down to the base of the spine. And a third time, the energies are getting hotter, clearer, brighter. So you pierce those chakras with the Holy Spirit's fire, drawing Magdalene consciousness up to the crown, unite with the Christ consciousness, and then all the way down to the base of the spine. Again, breathing, pulling that current of the Holy Spirit's fire from the base of the spine all the way through the heart of Magdalene. Unite with the energies of Christ in the crown. The fifth time, drawing those energies. Now it's so effortless, it's so liberating. They're literally moving on the wings of the Holy Spirit by themselves as they move up to touch with the Christ consciousness and move down to the base of the spine. Sixth time, this incredibly powerful movement of spirit in the central channel, liberated by Mary Magdalene's divine love and grace, in union with the wisdom of the Christ consciousness above the crown. And then the seventh time, draw the energies up the spine. So pure, so filled with grace, liberating grace, so effortless, as if you're surrendered to the power of the Holy Spirit within you, in union with the Christ consciousness above the crown and descending down to the base of the spine. Now on this last inward breath, you draw the energies up the spine, pierce those chakras with power and consciousness, the fire of the Holy Spirit, the love of Magdalene, the wisdom and compassion of the Christ above your crown. As you emerge from the crown, It's as if a flower opens in the crown itself. It's as if that light, that single light of the Holy Spirit now is emerging out to join the Christ consciousness above your crown. You rest in that open awareness and this clarity that's already present, this knowing awareness, this loving, knowing awareness that's already present. You just rest, drop all the effort, and ease into effortless presence of Christ consciousness in union with Magdalene consciousness and the Holy Spirit above the crown. It's already present. There's nothing you need to do now. It's simply to relax and ease and open and touch and connect with this heart of devotion and this mind of absolute wisdom. So completely let go for just a moment. Rest your mind. No object, no focal point, no idea, no concept, no past, no future. Rest in the limitless, effortless, open awareness of the Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, and Magdalene consciousness. Now in this love, this light, unhook awareness completely from this upper area of your body and allow the bindu or the light of the Holy Spirit or that holy fire to descend down the spine. Let it rest in the heart as if you're coming in back from behind you, through and into the heart, and touching that space of open-hearted awareness, so that you open truly to the Magdalene consciousness in the heart. This open-hearted awareness of grace and pure, effortless awareness and presence is right now centered in your heart. Simply be there comfortably, clear, open, empty. Rest your awareness here in the heart for just a few moments. Now we're going to connect with the Magdalene consciousness, and we're going to do this through a taurus breath. So you drop your awareness back down into the perineum and you begin to breathe. As you breathe up pure grace. You breathe up the central channel all the way to your crown, which is now clear of all obstructions. The energy cycles up in an arc out and to the left. Vast, infinite arc that covers universes and comes all the way back down to the perineum, where you breathe up again. Breathe it all the way up to the crown, filled with the Magdalene consciousness of grace, infinite beauty. And up and out through the crown and arc up and over to the left and down to the base of the spine. This Magdalene consciousness, freeing, liberating, opening, surrender. Again, draw the energy up with the inward breath, up the central channel. And then out and through the crown and an arc, a taurus arc that extends up and out in infinite directions and then down to the base of the spine. Then now you're going to draw the energy of the Christ consciousness straight up the central channel, all the way up with the inward breath. When you get to the crown, you liberate it up and out in an arc to the right, filled with the wisdom and forgiveness and compassion of the Christ consciousness, and all the way down to the base of the spine. Again, with the inward breath, you draw the energy up the central channel, up to the crown. As you breathe out, it extends up and out. It's like a fountain of infinite light extending up and out through to the right. all the way down. It's a huge arc, and then it comes up and back, up through the perineum, up the central spine. One last time. You breathe this Christ consciousness, liberating up and out and through the crown and all the way back down to the base of the spine. Now, together in union with the Magdalene consciousness, you bring both energies up the central spine with the inward breath. Draw the energies up into the crown, and this time simultaneously to right and left in infinite directions. Spontaneously, they open like twin taurus out to the right and the left, like vast infinite angel wings. The Magdalene and the Christ consciousness. And again, you draw the energies up the central channel. When you get to the crown, to right and left, simultaneously, awareness of the Magdalene consciousness and the Christ consciousness opens out simultaneously in infinite directions. And a third time, breathe the energies up, and out. And that torus effect, out simultaneously to right and left. Now, you draw those combined energies up the central channel. Connect to the archangels, to Divine Mother. Draw the energy up. And this time simultaneously to front and back. So behind you and in front of you, the energies of the archangels, Magdalene, Christ, the Holy Spirit. The second time, you can feel this liberating grace up. Central channel, out through the crown and to the front and behind this vast, infinite torus of infinite light cascades out and around. One third time. Draw your energies up through the central channel, up, out, and through the crown and in front and behind simultaneously this vast torus of all the combined energies, Divine Mother, the archangels, Christ, Magdalene, the Holy Spirit. Now, one more time, draw the energies up the central channel and out and to the left, Magdalene consciousness. Just one single time. Tune into that grace, that surrender, incredible, infinite beauty of Magdalene consciousness. And then up the central channel again, this time Christ consciousness, breathing up the wisdom, forgiveness and compassion of Christ and out and to the right. So freeing all obstacles in the central channel. And then together in union, Christ and Magdalene consciousness, you breathe up the central channel and out and through the crown and out simultaneously to right and to left. And now this time you draw the energies up the central channel with the fire of the Holy Spirit. Divine Father, Heavenly Mother, the Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, Magdalene consciousness, straight up the spine. And this time they go simultaneously in all directions, front, behind, left, right, and all four corners. Again, you draw the energies back down. They come back down to the perineum a second time. We're going to do this 3 times. Draw the energies straight up the spine. And now you just liberate them in the power of Father, Mother, Holy Spirit, Christ, Magdalene. They're liberated simultaneously in multiple directions. You can feel it. It's as if the torus is opening out in infinite dimensions, infinite directions with infinite, indivisible light and awareness. A third time, you liberate that out into stillness, silence, and spaciousness. And now you just let go into that infinite silence, stillness, and spaciousness. Stay in infinite, effortless, open presence of the Holy Spirit, of Christ and Magdalene consciousness, forgiveness, love, infinite compassion, openness, clarity, wisdom. Be in that stillness and silence now. This vast, open, infinite spaciousness of the divine for just a few moments. Now slowly, very slowly, keeping very, very still, open your eyes and notice your body. Notice the sacredness of the body, the sacredness of your surroundings, the sacredness of all of us gathered here listening. All of this is an expression of pure divine awareness, radiance. Take in the world around you. Be aware that everything you see, hear, feel is an expression of this pure, boundless divine awareness. Greet this moment with warmth and curiosity and deep appreciation. This moment, this divine moment, is always with us. No matter what we think, no matter what we feel, no matter what our emotions are or what struggles we face, no matter how intense the world is, even in our sleep and dreams, this pure awareness, this divine awareness is always here. So connect with this knowing, tranquility, peace. You realize that when we operate from this knowing presence, this knowing peace, that all our activities will be saturated with the same knowing awareness, the same tranquility and peace and presence. This open awareness, this open-hearted awareness. So there's nothing you need to do now other than just be simply gratitude. Isn't it interesting that when we are grateful, we are actually gratitude itself. We are that quality. We are that timeless, vast, and infinite space of being that we give a name to that's called gratitude or peace or love. But fundamentally, it's unnameable. It's no concept, there's no time. It's actually timeless. So be in that timeless, vast, effortless gratitude. Be in this timeless sense of being. And what that means for our experience is that we are never ever in contact with anything other than this vast, timeless, infinite, pure and indivisible nature we call God's infinite being that is us. We're never in contact with anything else. So I greet you, God's infinite being, with immense gratitude for your time, for your practice, for your love, and bring that infinite being, that presence of gratitude and timeless love and beauty wherever you go. So thank you always for your presence. If anybody would like to share or you'd just like to rest in silence, then it's all good. We've got just maybe a few minutes where if anybody wants to share, they'd be most welcome.
Stephen, I would like to thank you. That was beautiful. And I knew we were in for a treat as soon as you started talking about the fire of the Holy Spirit, because the Holy Spirit was the but for me, it's like coming home. So to bring in the Holy Spirit plus Mary Magdalene consciousness plus Christ consciousness, it's the trifecta for me. It doesn't get any better than that. So thank you so much.
I'm truly honored, truly indeed. Constantine, Holly, Kim, if you would like to say anything, you'd be most welcome. It's just a great joy to have you here.
Thank you, Stephen. It does feel hard to speak after that. Just how beautiful those energies are together, and the power of bringing them up through the spine it's so profound, truly. Words fail, right? Yeah. Mm. Just deepest gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thanks, dear
That
brother.
was very powerful. Of things that I've never experienced before. So, I don't know. I think that's the best thing I could express right now. But really, yeah, it's definitely Mary Magdalene's, and Christ is. I'm speechless. Sorry. So that's probably the best report I can give, and thank you so much for facilitating. Thank you.
Thank you, Constantine. Kim.
I wanted to thank you. It was wonderful. And like Holly said, words elude me right now. So I'll just leave it at that. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you, everybody. And handing back to Ruth, I'm just immensely grateful. And I think the extraordinary thing to remember is that the qualities that you touch here, the inexplicable nature of it or the wordless nature of it is your wordless nature. And in many retreats that I've been in, the moment that somebody can't express it is the moment that the Rinpoche or Lama or divine teacher says, you've got it. It's that. It's because it goes to a point where you can't put it in concept or time. You can't divide it up. You can't put your thumb or finger on it because there is this unnameable quality. And sometimes we call it love, sometimes peace, sometimes just an intimacy that's beyond all names. So I honor what is beyond all names in all of you. And Ruth, thank you for the opportunity. It's always an incredible sacred treasure to be sitting here. So I'm always grateful to you and to Enlightened World Network. And I do want to thank the Raising a Vibration group, because along with Kevin Scheininger, we've done a lot of these practices together. And it's always wonderful to still be in that kind of awe-inspired feeling of a young child in a temple where we all sit here and we're still finding it difficult to put into words what we all experience together, because it really is together. It's the shared heart. So
that was so beautiful, Stephen. And we so love having you here on Enlightened World Network. Stephen is one of my favorite people in the world. So it's such an honor. I'm just so happy. Stephen, if folks want to learn more about you or learn more about raising our vibration or the other work you're doing, how do they find you?
So there's quite a lot of different ways. There is obviously through you, Ruth, and Enlightened World Network. There's through Raising Our Vibration Community. So they can find that on Facebook, Raising Our Vibration Community, or raisingourvibration.net. There's also with Constantine, there's a group of us that are working to bring enlightened leadership throughout the planet through the consciousaccelerator.com. So if you're interested in really participating in the movement that our planet needs, that's heralded by this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction on the 21st, that's bringing together the movement into Aquarius. So really seeing things in a completely new way. You can find us there. And also with Holly doing the Heart Mind Alchemy, so the heartmindalchemy.com, or sorry, heartmindalchemy.com. We're also doing, right in the beginning of doing a dream workshop, so Dream Yourself into Awakening, which people could still join actually at right this very early stage, because we've just had one session and there's a lot of really wonderful opportunities there. So, and along with Kim, the Raising a Vibration community and the Heart Mind Alchemy community are very active and very supportive, and we extend our feeling of being a family and love and kindness to all of you that are listening that would love to be part of any of that. We truly, truly welcome you. So thanks for the opportunity, Ruth, to say that. I'm very grateful. And most grateful to you. And most grateful to your family and to the Enlightened World Network. We've had a long association, so I continue to be in awe of all the work you do and immensely grateful.
Thank you. So all of our friends here at Enlightened World Network, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We're winding up the year, hard to believe, but we're looking so forward to the coming year with each and every one of you to see what amazing awakenings are going to be taking place over the coming year. So please continue to join us as we go through the holidays here. So much love to each and every one of you. Take good care and God bless.